Hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, guys? It is D Dunn here, the most chill COD player. And before we get too far into this, I just want to say I apologize if my voice is very quiet. I'm trying to hold the mic close to my mouth, but both the kids are sleeping, so I'm just trying to be really quiet so as not to wake them. But today I have for you guys a double DNA bomb with the Battle Inferno. Real quick about the gameplay. First of all, the Inferno is beast. I know you guys saw my first DNA with the Battle Inferno in my last video, and I'm pretty sure it was on this map as well. Yeah, I managed to pull off the double in this game, and honestly, I don't know how, because I was only playing against 4 other people pretty much the entire game, and when you only have 4 people to kill, it's really hard to rack up the 60 kills that you need. And also, I had a kid on my team who was just capping the crap out of flags. He triple capped almost the entire game, so it ended like a minute and a half early. Like I said, I don't know how I got it. I was really surprised. I clutched out in the very, very last few seconds. So it was a super, super clutch double DNA, and I only died whenever I killed myself. So, I just got really lucky, and I played this perfectly, and had a really good gun on my side. Speaking of which, I have also reached 15th prestige, so that means I also have the Obsidian Steed. So expect, some DNA bombs with that. That gun is absolutely ridiculous, and I'll probably talk about that in a future video. Now, I also know that this video is going to be a little bit longer than most others. I have included both DNA streaks in their entirety, so I hope you guys do enjoy it. Today, what I want to talk about is something that it's a pretty big topic. It's a lot of conversation about it, and it's something that pertains to pretty much everyone, and that is drugs. Well, the word drug is kind of arguable in this situation, but I really want to talk about the legalization of marijuana, because I feel that that is something that's going to happen throughout the United States within my lifetime for sure, possibly within the next 10 years. I live in Missouri, and from everything that I've heard from people who follow this topic, there's a really good chance that Missouri will actually be one of the more liberal states when it comes to marijuana legalization within the next 5 years. And the reason why I really want to talk about this is because, for kids like me and probably most of you guys, you're brought up in the dare culture where you're always taught that drugs are bad no matter what, including pot and alcohol and whatever. And really, like, I don't think that's the case. Now, here's the thing that's really going to probably spark a lot of interest in you guys, is that I've never actually done a drug in my life, and that does include marijuana. I've never smoked pot in my life, and I am 26 years old. The reasons for that, they're just personal reasons. The biggest one is, I'll just leave it with that my biological father was a drug addict, and so drugs just honestly scare the crap out of me because his drug use had a lot to do with my family and my dysfunction and stuff growing up. So I have never touched a drug in my life, and like I said, it does include marijuana. I was actually talking to some family members the other day who were in out of town from California, and um, one of them, he actually has a medical marijuana license. He has a back injury, and he smokes pot, to help with the pain and stuff. And so, it really sparked, some conversation between me and him, as well as just just debate and talk between me and my wife. Because if marijuana does become legal in my state, one of the biggest things I'm going to have to really think about and talk about with my wife, and really debate internally, is how I'm going to approach that subject with my kids. Because, like I said, I've been brought up in the quote unquote, like I said, dare culture, where drugs are bad and you never want to smoke pot and you don't want to drink and you don't want to do anything like that. Obviously, I drink, and I have had some bad experiences with alcohol, but that's from overconsumption, and I think that's probably one of the biggest things with any drug, be it alcohol or marijuana or anything like that. All of that is just boils down to doing it responsibly. and making sure that you're well informed about what exactly it is that you're doing to yourself, to the people around you, and the consequences and repercussions of your actions. Excuse me. So it's just, I don't know. Like I said, the big thing though is I don't really know how I'm going to approach this with my kids, because I'm not going to be able to tell them what it's like to be high. I'm not going to be able to tell them, like I said, the repercussions of their actions, because I have no idea what it's like to smoke, or do any drug for that matter. Now I can tell them, obviously, personal experiences I've had, like I said, with my biological father, and I've talked to him in depth about, drugs and his drug use and stuff. But I really struggle with how I'm going to have those kind of conversations with my own children, whenever I have no personal experience with that. Now, without going, into too much in depth, like a lot of people, my wife has, tried drugs, and she, of course, like nothing crazy, but she has smoked pot in high school or whatever in college. So that's something that I think she'll be able to take into account. But like I said, I've been brought up to where drugs are always bad no matter what. Do I think that weed should be legalized? Absolutely. I really honestly do. I don't really even think that it's a drug. I think that the benefits of it are incredible. Not to mention all the applications that you have with hemp, and all of the jobs and fields and industries that could help to stimulate our economy. I think all of that would be great, and I would love to see marijuana legalized. And like I said, I do believe it will be. But how do I sit down and tell my kid, when, like I said, I have no experience with it myself, and also I just have no idea how, what am I going to do if, weed is legal, and he's in his room smoking a perfectly legal joint. I don't really know how that's going to work. And like I said, I do honestly believe that marijuana should be legalized, and I really don't have a problem with it. I had a lot of friends, and currently have a lot of friends who smoke, or have smoked, or done other drugs. And keep in mind, in this commentary, I am only talking about marijuana and alcohol, really. I'm not talking about, heroin or anything like that. That stuff is just bad news. But, I would really like your guys' input on this. Let me know if you guys have tried it. Maybe what you would say to your kids if, you can put yourself in that frame of mind. But, I just thought it was an interesting topic, and I thought I'd, present that to you guys today. So anyway, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. If you hated it, then dislike it. Make sure to check out all links below in the description. If you're new and enjoyed my content, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.